Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Tyler from Podcast Now. This is the Quorra Show, and today I am joined with Matthew Gray from 99 Cents. Very happy to be having a video with Matt. We've been talking for a while, but it's definitely about time that he's been on our channel talking about Electroneum. If you have not watched the Quorra Show yet, we're just starting. It's more of a Sports Center type Electroneum show. That's how we're structuring it. So it's more fun than Moonquest was. Not so serious, but I just like how I'm going to be presenting the Quorra Show. So hopefully you guys like it too. If you guys have any ideas, let me know in the comment section below. Now, Matt, explain to the viewers, if they haven't watched you yet, or maybe they have, what is 99 Cents? Like, what is 99 Cents, the channel, to you?
Okay, so 99 Cents channel it was a way for me to talk about crypto to people who would listen. When I go to work, there's only like one or two other guys that know anything about crypto really or involved, and I can't always talk to them. They work in various parts of the shop that I'm in, so it didn't really give me any kind of I can go into like a chat room or a Telegram chat or whatever, but I really wanted to be able to put my ideas out there, and I had a lot while I was driving.
Yeah.
So talking in the chat it's not a good idea to do when you're driving. So I wanted to make videos because then I could just speak my mind and get it out there and people would understand. And 99 is my favorite number, and cents is, cents, coins, money.
So it worked. Yeah, and what I will say too, if you guys haven't checked out Matthew Gray's channel, definitely check it out. The link will be in the description box also, and there's going to be other stuff in the description box too. But Matt is definitely a really honest guy, and that's what makes him so great to listen to. It's not, I'm not calling out anybody, but there's just something about how Matt delivers it. It might even be just how he's driving to work or from work or whatever, but he's so honest that it almost feels like you're listening to your friend, which is essentially like what you just described. You're listening to your friend talk about crypto and his crypto experience on his way to work or on his way home. So it's like very different, but in a really cool, unique way. Before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that Quorra Merch is now accepting Electroneum. The instant payment is live on QuorraMerch.com. And also, the I Am series is launching on Friday, November 9th. And these are a few examples of what you guys will see. But you will be able to represent both Electroneum and your country on Quorra Merch. We have shirts, sweatshirts, all that kind of stuff for multiple different countries. And I also want to announce that All About Tech merchandise will be available and launching on November 9th as well. So we have a lot of stuff going on this week. Instant payment launches today. On this Friday, All About Tech merchandise, and also the I Am series launches. And we also will begin our holiday sale where it will be 25% off everything with code HOLIDAY. So that all starts on Friday. Today, though, you can start spending Electroneum on anything on QuorraMerch.com. But don't forget, we also have 99 Cents with Matthew Gray merchandise on Quorra Merch in our ETN YouTube community member section. So what we're going to be talking about today, just so everybody knows also that Matt and I, well, Matt, you don't really do price predictions, do you?
I did one, and I've stuck to it the whole time. Yeah, it's not really a price prediction. It's just where I feel it could be at the end of the year, and that's about it.
Yeah. And I've kind of said stuff before too, but I don't do like, on this day or in this time, I don't do that. Just because it's really impossible to know. There's no stats or no charts that can predict this kind of stuff. Everything's so crazy, especially now, it's not even worth doing it. However, what we'll be talking about in this episode with Matt, it should get you excited. And we'll talk about at the end why you should be excited, basically. But one of the first things that we're going to talk about, if you guys haven't seen or if you did see All About Tech's Richard L's interview, we've learned a few things. And we learned from Richard L's that we have 15 partnerships in the works right now that they're not comfortable, coming out with yet, but they're very close to being completed. And we also learned that there's 15 plus, so 15 or more partnerships that are being worked on down the line. So that they are being worked on, and Richard L. said that they are very promising. So that's a really big deal. Matt, what do you think? When you heard about the 15 partnerships, what did you think? Because I thought that was a lot more than I was expecting the first year.
Right. Most people, when they hear partnership or announcement or a signed deal or whatever, they think, one company or maybe, a couple of sister companies, or maybe one company it's a large franchise or something.
Right, yes.
When you said 15, I was just like, how do you do 15 deals all at once? That's huge. I mean, just for us to do this video together, this is just two people, and we had to, work out and plan for, over a day just to get it right.
Right.
And he's working 15 deals at once. I mean, it's ginormous.
It is crazy.
Really is.
I was honestly thinking year one we'd have around, I was thinking 5 to 7, and then I was thinking year two it would be close to 50. Nowhere did I think, and then after that, maybe we start creeping into the 20s and maybe the 30s and all that. I never thought, and that's not even me, I'm not like dissing Electroneum, nothing like that. I just didn't think in the first year, because crypto, the way that crypto is perceived, I didn't think that there'd be that many companies open to it. But in a way, it's so good to know that they are open to it. And not only are they open to it, they're open to it likely because of Electroneum. That's major.
Right.
That literally makes, obviously crypto's been around for a while, but that literally makes Electroneum essentially the pioneer in the crypto space, because they're going to be what bridges the gap between crypto, the decentralized and this and that, and just people wanting to invest and all that kind of stuff, to the bridge to, okay, now we can actually use it in retail. We can actually use it in businesses, on e-commerce sites. They're literally the bridge, which I knew that they would be, but this quickly I did not. And saying again, 15 partnerships are being worked on right now, and there's 15 plus in the works, just not that close, but they are in the works. They look promising. Right there, that's at least 30 partnerships. Because even if, let's say, out of the 15 or 16, 17, whatever, maybe let's say 2 drop, well, you're still left with maybe 15. So out of the 30 plus, there could literally be 40 partnerships total in the works between the next 12 to 15 months. Now that's just a projection, because I don't know when these partnerships are all coming. But to think that we have close to 50 partnerships, and I know it sounds like a leap because 15, but it's not, because he emphasized there's more than 15 in the works. To have,
I mean, think about it.
That's
release, information about a partnership once a week for almost the next year, and just say, okay, now we got another.
Could you imagine?
Another one.
And this is why we're saying, we don't do price predictions. We don't have to do price predictions because of this.
Right.
I mean, it literally. It really, it made me, I sat back in my seat and I really thought about it, and I was like, this guy is saying that we have close to, even let's say close to 40 partnerships. I don't know if any company ever has made, well, I shouldn't say ever in such a kind of, in the crypto industry is kind of like looked down upon. So in an industry that's looked down upon, I don't know if any company has ever received that much interest, and not just interest, they're sort of moving forward with it. In the first year, and we just had the 1 year anniversary. As of filming, it was yesterday. So I mean, that is so huge that I hope you guys understand that. It's not about when hit BTC or when Binance. This is the stuff that matters for Electroneum, so that's huge. So we covered that, and I mean, that alone is exciting. We could almost end the video right there. But so then we also learned that we have, I'm probably going to say it wrong, but this is how I say it, System Coin, and that's for Turkey. And we also learned about Liquid. And Liquid is the one that we're going to talk about right now. And they mentioned an API, which I'm going to ask you a question about that in a minute. But the thing about Liquid, so Liquid, and I believe that goes live on the 5th of November. If not, it's sometime early in November. So it could actually be today, the day of the video going live. So Liquid allows for ETN to Euro conversion. So you can buy ETN with Euro, you can sell your ETN for Euro. That's a big deal. People have said that there's an app or a currency exchange called Revolut, called Revolut, where you can essentially put, you can go on Liquid, do ETN to Euro, take your Euro, put it on your Revolut account, switch it for USD, and put that in your bank account. It's kind of a lot of steps, but you know what? If that's what we have to go through, if that's what I have to go through, that's what I'll do. So that's cool. And that's right around the corner. So that's really awesome. Again, not many, and Richard L said it, not many crypto has fiat conversion. So that's a big step. And they don't just have one, they have two right now. Liquid, it's said, will be having US currency, but that will be sometime in 2019. That's not from Electroneum. That's just based on what I've been reading from Liquid. So what do you think about the whole fiat conversion, especially like what I just talked about with the Liquid part, going from ETN to Euro to Revolut to basically your US bank account?
Sure. And, if for us in America, we look at the US dollar as our standard, right? Obviously. But when you think about it, there's a lot of like websites, a lot of places online that accept USD and Euro and all these other things. So you could potentially even just keep your money in Euro and make purchases online with Euro still. There's almost not even a need to switch it over to USD unless you wanted to bring it to your bank or whatever.
Right.
So if you want to even skip that step, that would be just fine.
That's true.
The fact that we will have ETN to any fiat pairing, it helps us to eliminate that step of going through Bitcoin. Or Litecoin or whatever on Coinbase, and stuff like that. And because a lot of people like to think of things in Satoshi values or in dollar value, and I believe that this is just one of the necessary and awesome steps in finding, the value of something based on ETN and not Bitcoin or not dollars. We have to start separating ourselves from these pairings if we're actually using Electroneum as a currency. And 20 years from now, it may come to complete fruition where everything is based on Electroneum price. How much is the car? Oh, it's 30 Electroneum or whatever.
Right.
And, that's way down the road, but it starts now. It starts today. Yeah. America wasn't built in a year.
Oh, right.
It took 50 years to get to this point. So.
Yeah. And then this is the part that I want to talk to you about because, right now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting 1 + 1 together. So like I said, so Liquid is going, and Richard L's mentioned it in All About Tech's interview, there's going to be a Liquid API.
Yes.
Now, what was also said is, and this was in part 5 and the quote's up on the screen, but what also was said was that right now what we know as instant payment is really instant payment notification. Now, I haven't been critical, that's not the right word, but I myself have said that it's not instant payment. It's instant notification of payment confirmation. Right. So that's what it is right now. But what I wasn't sure of, because it hasn't really been said until recently, was are we actually going to get true instant payment? Where as soon as I hit, pay or confirm or whatever, send, spend, the vendor gets it. Were we ever going to get that? I now have the answer, and the answer is yes, we will get that, and we're going to get that in Q1 of 2019. That's right around the corner. So that's huge. And they're doing a whole different way. I don't understand it. I forgot the word he used. It starts with an R. Do you remember it?
Remittance.
Yes, remittance system. So I'm not technical enough to understand it. You may, I don't know. Do you understand it? Because he mentioned it's like a 3-box system or something like that.
Okay, so I'm just going to put it in very simple terms or whatever, the way I understand it. Right now, you make your little QR code for a certain amount, right?
Yeah.
And then I want to buy this cup of coffee, and it's going to cost me 200 Electroneum. Let's say.
Right.
So I scan that QR code, and the instant payment verification happens. Well, now that person that received that Electroneum for that coffee or whatever, they have to wait until that thing goes through the blockchain before it's in their wallet before they can re-spend or remit that Electroneum towards their own purchase somewhere else. So yes, the the verification or the payment itself is instant. It happens right there. Okay, yes, I'm getting this Electroneum, but you cannot spend that Electroneum that you just received until until the transaction.
Yeah.
So the remittance makes it so that way. Okay, I just received this to Electroneum, and I can spend it right now too. And I know that the actual Electroneum will come in the blockchain in due time. Okay, you're remitting the same Electroneum. So the instant payment thing will be able to flow liquidly, fluidly, and you won't have to wait for your ETN to finally get into your, the pending balance the time would be cut down to, you wouldn't even need to worry about pending balance anymore.
Right. That's, I mean, and because literally Richard was like instant. And, and hearing that, it was also super exciting because that means like right now we have instant payment part 1, but the true instant payment comes out in just a few months. And that's truly instant. And that as a vendor with, with Quorra merch, and starting today, we're accepting, like I said, which I gotta do that, instant payment system on Quorra merch. If somebody, let's say Matt buys a 99 cents shirt or a mug, he sends me the ETN, and I put out the money and allow, for the processing and all that stuff, so that way it could be shipped out. But I have to wait to finally receive Matt's ETN to then take it, and then right now, because we don't have the liquid stuff yet, but come Monday we may, I have to put it on, let's say Coinbase, or not Coinbase, I have to go to KuCoin, then I have to put it on Coinbase, and then I have to cash it out, just to pay myself back for it. So it's kind of like a big system where if I just automatically received it and was able to do the Revolut thing or anything like that, that makes it a whole lot easier. Now here's what I was going to get to. Here's the 1+1. So 1 is Liquid API, and the whole Liquid has the fiat, right? And eventually it's going to have USD. The other one is the remittance system and all that. So, and I don't think it's been said. I've only theorized. You might have theorized. I don't know. But I'm assuming that the Liquid API is going to be, this is my assumption, is going to be directly linked to the instant payment API. So maybe you just got to add a few strands of code or whatever. So that way, you basically, we'll use my site as an example. If somebody, let's say Matt, pays an ETN on the instant payment system, so it would go ETN, and then it would maybe be like the Liquid wallet, ETN wallet, and it takes it, automatically converts it to my choice, which would be USD. So I get the USD, and maybe the USD automatically goes on my account. That's my theory. That's what I would hope it would be. Maybe it's a different system. I don't know. That's how I'm perceiving it. Are you perceiving it any different?
That's my understanding as well. Because for vendors, for somebody who owns a shop or business or whatever, volatility kills their profits. And so this is a big fear. So, for example, with you, if I wanted to buy my mug off your site, and I pay for it with Electroneum, and then the price just tanks for whatever reason. You just sold me a mug for 3 cents instead of $3 or whatever the price was, $11. So with that API, with the Liquid, your Electroneum, as you get it, can be set up to instantly go into Liquid and be traded for the fiat, so that way you don't lose any value in the transfer, other than maybe the fee that it takes. And this is crucial for vendors, so that way they don't have to say, oh man, I wish I would have sold that sooner in the day. 3 hours ago I could have had the full value. And I also believe that with the APIs you can percentage it. Set different.
I think they mentioned that.
I want 80% of my Electroneum to go into the fiat, and the other 20 just go ahead and put that. That's my profits. I'll just put that into my own wallet and wait for it to go up in value, which it probably will. And this is going to benefit not only from having Electroneum, but the fact that it's all instant payments and all this API is offered for free, and people can easily integrate it, and you could probably have the system up and running, accept Electroneum, and then have it,
Right.
your fiat conversion probably within the hour that you set it up. So
And
that's why it's so important to have this.
And if that is, and again, so if you're, and we haven't talked about it ourselves, separately, or, privately. If that's how you're perceiving it, and that's how I'm perceiving it, I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to be working. And that only makes sense for the vendors, and that's what, I'm not saying that I matter. What I'm saying, vendors, when I say vendors, I mean literally businesses, retail, all that stuff. That's what, they need to get the money. That's what's important. Until, like Matt said, it could be 20 years. Until Electroneum is an actual true form of payment where I can go to the store, I can go to Target, I can go to Walmart, those are stores that I have. And I say, here's my Electroneum and I want to buy these apples and this lunch meat and this and that. Then we don't have to worry about API stuff. Then we're good. But until that time, we have to worry about fiat conversion. So it just, hearing the 15 right now partnerships, 15 plus partnerships that are that far away, the fiat conversion, all of this stuff, for me, I find it hard to believe. Now this is where, if you're not excited yet, this is where you should be getting excited. For me, I find it hard to believe that by holiday of 2019, which is essentially almost a year away, because now we're in November, holiday season starts in November. Actually, depending on where you live here in the US, it starts in September. But anyway, holiday 2019, November/December, I find it hard to believe that Electroneum price would be anywhere less than 50 cents. What I'm thinking, based on all this stuff, I would say 50 to maybe even 75 cents. That's not my price prediction. That's my theory, just based on all of this stuff. To me, having all of this stuff, having all of there's no way that there's not going to be, we've been having articles, but there's no way we won't have more articles. There's no way that we won't even hit mainstream in 2019. It becomes impossible. And we also, don't forget, learned how they're going to be doing one of their marketing things, and one of them is with WooCommerce. And how, not just WooCommerce, they're going to be doing it with other ones also. They're starting with WooCommerce, where they're literally going to be paying for advertising for the sites and covering them and all that stuff for the sites that use instant payment on their WooCommerce site. That's huge. So that's one of the marketing things. So all of this all together, it's so much more than any crypto has ever done. I find it very hard to believe that we'd be in, let's say, a 10 cent range or a 15 cent range. There's no way. In a year from now, with all this stuff, for me, hard to believe that it would be under 50 cents.
Right, I totally agree. I'm still hopeful and positive about, almost 50 cents by the end of this year alone.
It's possible.
Just with everything that's going on. Yeah, it's possible. It goes way past that. Possible it never even touches it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's just my own hunch. Right. But give it a year with partnerships and all this stuff happening. Yeah, there's no reason why we couldn't be in the the dollars or even the double-digit dollars by the end of next year. Just look at some of the other coins that are out there, and I don't mean to compare because they don't hold a candle to Electroneum.
Right.
But they make one move at a time. We did this one thing, and for some reason, the price will shoot up to 50 cents by itself.
Right.
And when Electroneum is getting spread all over the world like it is, and all these different regions with their different exchanges and everything, and then they're making it very liquidable. They're making it very easy to use. They're making it available to the masses. They're doing all this stuff, and it's like I said in my one video. It's like they're putting all these pins all over. Okay, we got the exchanges, we've got the mobile miners going to go out to everybody. We got the big deals, and they're just making this web, this huge ecosystem. There's no reason why we couldn't pass any of these prices that people are saying by end of next year.
Yeah, I fully agree. Okay, so that's what we have for you guys today on the Quorra Show. Thank you so much, Matt, for joining us. We'll definitely do this again really soon. And don't forget, with the Quorra Show, I know I said episode 1, I haven't said it in this one yet, we're going to be having guests like All About Tech on, like Matt Gray. We hope to have Richard Ells on at some point, and others on the Quorra Show. So this is going to be a semi-regular thing. Quorra Show is going to be a weekly show. Every single Monday there will be a Quorra Show episode. And yeah, so that was what we have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please like the video, leave a comment below on what you think, and subscribe to the podcast now for more Quorra Show and more podcasts now.